Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again with American Truck Sim and iRacing for another weekly vlog. We are heading off to Talladega with the Xfinity Series. Super excited about this, terrified of it as well. Last time we were in the Xfinity car, we crashed it. The time before that, we won with it. So it's been up and down with the Xfinity Series this year. But I do have an opening in my calendar that I want to be able to take. So we are going to be hopping ourselves right on over to Talladega in Alabama. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning here. Trucks will be getting let in today. And yeah, it should be a good one for practice, for a little bit of qualifying. A little bit of practice, qualifying, and the race. But we'll see you guys when we're a little bit closer to Talladega, and it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for it. All right, so we're about an hour and a half out from our destination here at Talladega. Super excited for this race this weekend. What did we do last weekend? We were up in Loudon, that is right. So let's talk a little bit about that, shall we? So up in Loudon we had the American Canadian Tour. They were hosting the 4th annual Northeast Classic, which included a street stock division, a 403 modified opens, an open modified street stock, and of course the American Canadian Tour. I didn't think that one through. You're going to be in my way. Yeah, you go. Thought it was going to be a 2-lane exit. Oops. But yeah, so it was a good time. So we started off with the open modified division. That's the one I was really excited about because I wanted to get the track experience, hopefully to lead over to the Willow modified tour at Loudon this year. And so when we were there, we ran that race. We battled really hard with Brian Priest. And we ended up taking the lead on the final lap. I saved my stuff a lot. Ooh, 6 flags. I worked on saving my equipment a lot for this race, and we were able to pass him on the backstretch on the final lap, get just enough pull to get past him, and we were able to take that victory, which was awesome. Next up was the American Canadian Tour with our super late model. We were not able to do qualifying, so we're going to start in the back. I didn't have the most amount of speed anyways in the car, so I wanted to start in the back, kind of figure it out, and make my way to mid-pack. Really, that was just my mentality on that. Since we didn't qualify, we started in the rear. Race starts, we go flying into turn 1, and 2 cars get into each other, hook themselves into the wall, take out probably about a quarter or a third of the field, and there's nowhere for us to go. You know, locked up the brakes as much as I could, which automatically turns the car forward, and kind of just got collected in there. It took about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 12 minutes for the crew to kind of get me back together enough for me to be able to get back on the speedway. I just wanted to come out, run a couple laps. Came out, just running around the back, just getting the experience in there. Ended up accidentally getting into a car in turn 1 and got ourselves and them spun sideways, bringing out the caution. And welcome to Alabama, as we were then getting ourselves set for just coming to the checkered, somebody got into our left side, which again, we weren't battling anybody. Nobody was in the same lapped range. I was 25 behind. The person behind me was 30. The person in front of me was in 20. So we weren't in the same range, so I don't quite know where it came from, but ended up getting us loose and slamming us into the turn 4 wall. Got ourselves turned around and kind of limped across the finish line. But overall, just another destroyed car, unfortunately, with all the events that we're doing. So a little bit of a bummer on that. So they're working on the super late model. But this week we have the Xfinity car on board. Ooh, Talladega Superspeedway. Nice! So yeah, that's what's going to be on board. We do have 2 of them with us in case all of a sudden something goes crazy in practice or qualifying. And then next week we'll be heading north, actually. we'll be heading north to Dover, and I believe I'm going to check while I was at the stoplight, but now we're going. Yeah, that is our only race next week. Next week is going up to Dover with the Xfinity Series as well, to try to let ourselves shine at the Monster Mile. We've raced there a lot. We had 2 Truck Series races there. We were leading both by a lot and got caught up with lap traffic, unfortunately. We also were there with the ARCA Series last year, which we ended up winning, even after blowing a tire, which was awesome. So I'm hoping for a good run in the Xfinity Series, but I'm hoping to be able to keep the car from this weekend to move on to next weekend. And at Talladega, I think that could be a high ask sometimes. So I'm hoping... I would not go 60 down this road. So I'm hoping... I know, I got traffic behind me. I want to know what's down there. There's definitely something down there. We're going to have to investigate at some point. I can't right here. There's not enough room for me to pull over, and I didn't know that I had traffic behind me. So yeah, just trying to keep it in one piece here at Talladega. We tried once before here in the Xfinity Series, and everybody, in the one race that I jumped into, everybody was very crashy. So I'm hoping not to be part of that. Even if we just kind of cruise around the back, I just want the experience in the car. And I like the Xfinity Series. It's been fun to jump in every once in a while. Not something I'd want to do all the time, but c'est la vie. Also, fun fact, I'm very excited as well, is that we will be doing the SRX series this summer. I was going back and forth a lot if I wanted to do it, and then when the car came out, I was like, yes, I wanted to do it. When the car came out and they didn't make it AI ready, I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to race with the 10-year-olds or the tryhards. So I was like, maybe I'll just start a private league and get a couple people to be able to do it. But last week, out of nowhere, they released the SRX for AI racing. So we'll be heading to Stafford. We'll be heading to Nashville. Man, I hate roundabouts with this. Where else will we be going? Stafford, Nashville. Possibly Five Flags? I can't actually even remember anymore. I know we're going to Slinger, and I know that we're going to the Atlanta Legends Oval. So it should be some cool stuff. All right, well, which way do I go? Let's see if we can go this way. I've never been here before, so... Okay, good. There is no gate here, so I'm going to assume continuing the road. Oh, is there a gate here? Are you going to let me by? It's going to be really awkward if I'm going to have to back up. Magic. Thank you. Just going to climb in here. And again, we're not a points team, so we'll be parking last in the row, which is fine by me. This is nice. It's kind of out there. I really want to go back and see what that secret road's all about, though. Oh, weird. Oh, weird. Oh, what am I doing? Weird setup. Okay, well, I am going to turn us around here. Or... see what's down here. Now we're on an exploring mission. This is a big place. This is cool. Which is neat, because this is obviously an asset for the game. So it actually exists. So that's cool. And that's the road that would go back around. Now, I'm going to park myself in the final row right over here. Man, it's been a while since we've been just at a warehouse. We used to. That used to be some of our trips. And parker right there. Collar good. Shutter off. All right, we are down here in Talladega. Looks good. Looks good. We're going to have an overnight here after we get things unloaded and kind of settled. And we got practice and qualifying tomorrow, as well as the race on Saturday. So it's going to be a great weekend here. Just hoping to be able to keep the car together. Yeah, we'll see you guys when we get ready to head out for practice. All right, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Talladega. It is time for us to get out and get it on with looks low. It's not. It's 130. Weird. Well, got to be the way the clouds are hitting. But it's time for us to head out for practice, and hoping we're going to go do good. I'm hoping maybe we can get into a little bit of group, but really I just kind of want to shake down the car and make sure that it's super speedway ready. So let's head out on the track. We'll see you guys after practice. Practice felt pretty good. We're in 8th, I think as fast as we were able to get. But then, of course, as the groups got more groupy, we slid on backwards because we did a lot of just single car run, which I was perfectly fine with. So it's time for us to head out for qualifying. 1 lap, single car. Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can make a repeat of Daytona and try to win that pole, shall we? All right, we are starting on the pole. Now, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th pole here with the Xfinity Series. We're really good by ourselves. We're really good with speed. We did pretty good in Daytona, being able to win the first stage. We got caught up in that wreck coming out of the tri-oval. In the second stage and almost got there, so I'm hoping that we can kind of keep our wits about us and try to keep control of the race. That's kind of like my biggest thing that I'm worried about, is not being able to have that control and end up getting into a difficult situation. But we're starting on the pole. Time for us to head trackside for driver intros, and I tell you, I got a big smile on my face. I'm very excited for today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's just run all the laps, shall we? We did it. I can't believe it. I'm still flabbergasted. That was the most white-knuckle experience that I've had in a long time. We've tried really hard to push and you know, and have a very consistent car, but today was astounding. We started on the pole, and really with the air, with the temperature that's out, if you were not completely in line, you lost everything. So we were in the lead. We won stage 1, came down, got tires, got gas, went back out, worked our way from, I believe, 8th, maybe even up closer, 5th maybe. We were able to make our way up there and into the lead once again, kind of getting a little roughhouse around, but again, it was just keeping that kind of control there. Won stage 2, started stage 3 in 9th or a little bit further back, and worked our way up to the front, a little beeping, banging, and just trying to use everything there. We had one caution come out for car blowing an engine, almost split the final stage in half. Got our last fuel and tires, started in the back, not too far back, and we were able to work our way to the front again. Just keeping that control of the race became the most important thing, but I'm telling you, those last 20 laps were the longest laps of my life. Literally, I was so focused, I didn't even feel like I was breathing at that point. It was insane. It truly, truly was insane, but that is a win in our win column, and it makes me very excited to go into Dover next week with that win. So that's 2 wins for us in the Xfinity Series. Kind of feel a little bad that we're not going for the championship, because I bet you we could give them a run for their money. But again, I don't exactly want to drive this series all the time, so there's that. But yeah, it is time for us to get on out of here and get back to Charlotte before we gotta load up and head north next week. So excited. I'm so excited to go to Dover. We won in the ARCA series, and I'm hoping that we can kind of be consistent. Tire management's going to be a big one at Dover, as it always is. So we'll see how it goes. That'll be 200 laps. So that should be pretty awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along with this journey. I know this one was a little bit weirder because, like, you know, practice and qualifying feel a little bit different because it's a super speedway. There's not a ton for me to be able to show you. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.